Developing this morning, residents in Louisiana are facing a triple threat in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. No power, no water, no gasoline. At this hour, more than 1 million customers remain without power across the entire region. And look at the calendar. It is September 1st, sweltering heat down there. At the very same time, officials say Louisiana's Grand Isle is now uninhabitable, with 100% of its structures completely destroyed or at least damaged. And in Alabama, 2 Ida-related deaths have been reported. 2 electrical workers died while working on storm restoration, bringing the total deaths blamed on Ida to at least 6. Sam Brock is live in hard-hit Laplace. Sam, how's the recovery effort going there this morning? You've been there for days.
We have. It's brutal right now, Stephanie. Good morning. The temperatures already are sitting in the 80s. It was almost 100 yesterday. Keep in mind, none of the people here have electricity or air conditioning in most cases, if not all. What I've seen in the last 45 minutes is hard to even describe. I'm going to point you over my shoulder. It's hard to see these guys now. There are 2 gentlemen down there with a pickup truck. You can actually see one next to the police vehicle through the electrical lines that are dangling in the middle of the street. They're pushing that pickup truck down the street. They have been for about the last hour, as far as I can tell. They're almost out of gas. And I asked them, why are you doing this right now? Do you need to go and just get your own vehicle gassed up? And they said, no. We need to get fuel so we can go back into our community to bring food and water to everybody because we have elderly folks out there and we're worried about them. That is one snapshot of what we're seeing out here. This gas line goes for blocks. I can't even see the end of it. It's so far. One other tale to tell you, as we know right now, Stephanie, there's still around 1 million customers without power throughout the entire state of Louisiana. I just interviewed a retired nurse who leapt back into duty to go to a local nursing home to try to help people. The roof of their nursing home caved in last night. Everyone's all right. But this morning, she found out that her brother, who has a heart condition, needed help, food and medicine. His legs were swelling. She went to charge her phone to call 911. She locked her keys in her car, walked a mile to where I'm standing here right now, and we just spoke with her, called the sheriff's office. We're going to try to get someone to go back down there. It was an extremely emotional interview. She's doing okay right now, but we're just hoping that they can reach him with a level of urgency and time to get him help. Those are the stories that are permeating communities down here in Laplace and all over Louisiana. It is gripping. It is incredibly upsetting to think that people are enduring these kinds of conditions right now. That same woman said she survived Katrina. They rescued her in a boat from her hospital. She said, I'm never going to do this again. And here they are right now in brutal heat after the second flooding of this area. Isaac in 2012 did the exact same thing, trying to figure out how they're going to get through it.
Sam, I can't even believe I'm using these words, but I feel like she's even a lucky one, or her brother is, because she is a nurse. And if she can get to him, she'll know what to do. They don't have any power. Is there any idea when it's going to be restored? If this is her situation, she's not a one-off. There are scores of other people in danger.
Such an excellent point. Entergy, which is the main utility provider for this entire area, tweeted out overnight that the first light shined this morning in New Orleans East. Now, that is sort of a symbolic boost right now for people who are struggling. But what they did say, it's a marathon, but the hope is by the end of today, according to the mayor of New Orleans, there could be more power back online. But it's likely going to be somewhere in the range of 7 to 10 days before a lot of folks have power. They're considering 2 options right now, Stephanie, trying to restore these critical transmission lines or building an island grid specifically for the greater New Orleans area and getting that back up and running as soon as possible.
Oh my gosh, Sam, thank you so much for being there. We got to report on these stories. We got to give it attention.